This week on the Onstage Black Theater podcast, we're going around the country and looking at regional theater. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Onstage Black Theater podcast. And today we are very excited. I know people really look forward to this episode where we are looking at regional theater seasons and we're giving our thoughts on the seasons. And this is really fun because not only is it a chance to look at all these seasons and crafting a season, but also it just gives us a chance to talk about a whole bunch of different shows and give our thoughts on what we think about the shows. And so it's a lot of fun. I really tried to pull from all over the country and not just be a Utah girl, although you'll see a bunch of Utah theaters, but it's a lot of fun. And I am theater critic Rachel Wagner, and Jacklyn Collier is here.
Hello, I'm so excited for this episode. I always love to see what you've pulled together.
And we have a special guest with us for this episode, for this episode of that we do. Like we said, we do this every couple times a year that we do this, and we have a special guest for this version of it. And Jax, why don't you introduce our guest?
So she's a friend of the pod. Please welcome back to the show, Rina Saltzman. Hi, Rina.
Hi, it's good to be here with you.
So you've been
And
on the show before, but for those of us who maybe haven't caught your episode, which you should definitely go back and watch, talking all about Tony production and what Rina does for a living, which is fascinating. Could you tell our audience a little bit about yourself before we jump into the season episode?
Sure, I've been a company manager on Broadway, on tour, in a ballet company for many, many years, almost 40. And I still consider myself a company manager, even though that's not what I'm doing right now. We run the business of the shows. And currently, I am the secretary treasurer, which is actually the person who runs the Association of Theatrical Press Agents and Managers, which is also known as ATPAM. So, and that's what I've been doing since 2019.
Well, we're so
so,
lucky to have you back on the pod. We had a great time
yes.
with you last time, so we're excited to dive in and get to talk all things theater
Yeah,
today.
thank you so much. And some of these are equity companies, some of these are true, regionals, community theaters, just all different ones. Some of these we know a lot about, because some of them I've attended, some of them we know nothing about. And so we want to hear from you, the listeners, if you have experience with this company or maybe this particular play or musical that we might not know as much about, all that kind of stuff. We just want to hear from you and what you think. And we champion every single one of these companies, and we hope that their seasons are incredible. So it's a lot of fun. So let's dive in here. I'm going to share, and this is one that would probably be more fun to watch on the YouTube as opposed to listen, because then you can see my little PowerPoint with the about the company. So, okay, so we're going to start out with Dallas Theater Center, and they have a lot of plays that they're doing this season. So they have Ray K. Javak, 86, The Monsters, The Lehman Trilogy, Kill Local, The Making of a Saint, and A Christmas Carol. And that, I believe, is the play. It's not the musical, because I think that it would be Christmas Carol, the musical, which we talked about this before. I'm a big fan of that choice. I like the play much better than the musical. But yeah, I guess, what are your initial thoughts, Jax, about doing all these plays?
Well, I love plays. Um, and I wish more theaters did more plays. So I think this looks like a really exciting, interesting season. I don't know any of these shows terribly well. I know the Lehman trilogy, but as far as the monsters, I don't know it, but it did it there was a co-pro of it um with New Jersey's Two River Theater. company and then it went to Manhattan Theater Club. I didn't see it, but I've heard really good things about it. So I think it's exciting that it's making its way to Dallas. And of course, I love A Christmas Carol. I'm very curious. Rena, do you know anything about Kill Local or The Making of a Saint or the
You know,
name that I literally can't say?
Reykjavik.
Reykjavik, thank you.
Reykjavik is in Iceland.
Oh,
Mm.
Uh, and that's a cold. I'm actually looking up stuff as we're doing this. Reykjavik is about, it's a Cold War play, which makes
hmm,
sense. I think this is fascinating. I know that Dallas Theater Center tries to do a more, I would say, an edgier season than most have the guts to do, right?
yeah.
There's always, I worked in regional theater before Broadway, and there's always this kind of like, how do we please our audience? How do we get more people into the theater? Christmas Carol is going to be that, get people into the theater, right? Lehman Trilogy, because it's fairly well known. The other four seem to be a little less well known. And I think that's a very brave choice, personally. But I
Mm,
do believe, if I know, Dallas Theater Center has always tried to be a little more forward thinking and edgier in their choices.
It says here Reykjavik 86 is a gripping Cold War thriller that brings the 1986 nuclear summit between Ronald Reagan and Mikhail Gorbachev to life on stage. With the fate of humanity in the balance, that's what a lead in. Two vastly different leaders search for common ground while wrestling ideology, history, and the human cost of power. So that sounds very good.
Yeah, I
mhm.
think
And it's not wrong. That really was the fate of, I mean, it was a huge thing. I've seen the Layman trilogy before and found it quite gripping. And let's see, the monsters. Let's see this here.
it's also a 3 hour
It
play,
is
which I think
long.
is very challenging sometimes for a regional audience, when they're not, well, I find it challenging.
Yeah. It says here,
I love the Lehman
the
Show.
monster says Lil is a scrappy young fighter ready to enter the ring. After 16 years, she reconnects with her brother Big, an accomplished fighter in the local MMA scene. To earn her brother's respect, Lil must master her stance, her strikes, and her stubborn streak. But can these two siblings mend their thorny past and find common ground in the ring they both love? So it sounds like Reykjavik 86 is just two. It sounds like it's a two-person show. It sounds like The Monsters is also a two-person show, and the Lemon Trilogy is a three-person show. So it does sound like it's smaller productions.
Um,
Mm.
yeah, and Kill Local, it says that it's four women, one man, which thank you so much, Dallas Theater Center. Give a lot of times it's a lot of men in these plays.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But
Um,
also, I mean, look, it's, budgets. Budgets are going to be challenging this year.
well, I
Hmm,
mean,
hmm.
it would make sense that if you're going to take a risk in plays in these some of these subject matters and things like that, then you counter that risk with smaller casts and smaller, like smaller production expenses, things like that. So yeah, I applaud them what they're doing. I think it's gonna be really interesting. I would definitely get a season ticket to
Oh, yeah.
if I was in the area. All right. Yeah, so I would give this a like B plus. Jax, what would you give
Yeah,
it?
I would give this an A minus because I love plays and I love an edge.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, Rena, would you do you have a grade or are you good?
Yeah, I think I'd agree with it. I think I'd be right in the middle. I'm
Yeah,
gonna kind of agree with Jax. I think it's a really interesting season, everything I'm reading. You have to do your Christmas Carol. That's gonna
Yeah.
make you your money for the year, right? It's your
yeah,
nutcracker.
yeah. Yep.
But I think it's really interesting to do this group of shows.
Yeah.
Very brave. Good for them.
All right. Next
I
we
love
have
this.
In Salt Lake City, we have the Parker Theater, and they have Inherit the Wind, The Taming of the Shrew, Northanger Abbey. They have tradition. They always do a Shakespeare, and they always do a Jane Austen. And their Jane Austen is always an adaptation in house that they do. They write it themselves. Then they're doing Red, which is a two-man play. The Drowsy Chaperone, which is exciting because they have not done a musical for over 2 years. I think that they did Pirates of Penzance. That might have been the last one. And they also did The Mystery of Edwin Drood. I'm not sure which one was the last, but when they did The Mystery of Edwin Drood, their Princess Puffer had a fall and couldn't end up performing, and so the director had to step in on book. And I'm not sure if that's what convinced them. Maybe we don't want to do musicals for a while, but anyway, they haven't done music, so we're all really excited that they're back to doing a musical. They usually also always do like period pieces. Which is interesting, and then A Christmas Carol that they do every year. This is their tradition. So you've been to the Parker, Jax. What do you think?
Oh my goodness. So first of all, you know how much I love the Parker. Not only do I love the snacks because they are
Yeah,
always themed to the
yeah, which is
um
so fun. Yeah, I
it's
love
so fun
that.
and charming. I love it. I also think the theater is delightful. And something that I like about the Parker too, like even look at the way this season is branded. Like even the posters are their branding while still having everything about the show, like it all fits together. I just think there's something that's really incredible about that. This is really fun. I love Taming of the Shrew. Red is a fantastic play. The Drowsy Chaperone, A Christmas Carol. These are all the things that I'm really really interested in. To me this feels like well, it doesn't feel like it's risky. It feels like it's comprehensive and like there's a lot of variety, which I appreciate so much.
Yeah, I feel like this is a ton of variety. I mean, and I'm so excited about Northanger Abbey because that is just never done. Like, there's only been one movie made about it. I mean, it's not even a feature film. It's made for TV, but it's really good. But it's just like I feel like it's that Jane Austen novel deserves so much more attention, and I just think it would be very fun on stage. So I'm really looking forward to that. And yeah, I mean, it's got something for everyone. I feel like with this season.
Hmm.
So.
I mean,
Absolutely.
you tell me Drowsy Chaperone, I'm there. So
Yeah.
that's fine. And these posters are my favorite thing.
Yeah.
This like the art is phenomenal. Oh my
Yeah.
God. I love this season. I think it's a
Yeah.
really great.
If you ever come to Utah, we'll take you to the
I
Parker.
was gonna say, Rena, if I'm telling you, like a theater trip to Utah, I've done it a couple times now, and
It's
there's
a lot of
just so much
fun.
theater there, and it's so much fun.
It's a good time.
I'm trying to go out and see my members when they're on tour. So you may not, I may do
Yeah.
so. I love salt. I actually opened the Eccles. Oh,
Oh, okay.
we were the first show in the Eccles with Beautiful.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
that's
All
incredible.
right. So, Florida Repertory Theater, they always have really interesting seasons. So, this is in Fort Myers. They have Forever Everly. They have Neil Simon's The Star Spangled Girl, Wait Until Dark, Plaid Tidings, Dames at Sea, Sexy Laundry, Over the River and Through the Woods, Never Can Say Goodbye, the 70s Beehive musical, and Noel Coward's Private Lives. So again, a huge variety going on.
And
We
busy, busy, busy. We've
Yeah,
got
very
we've got
busy.
nine shows. Wait, no, eight. Am I counting correctly? Five, six, seven, nine shows.
Yeah, shows. And I'm excited they're doing Plaid Tidings, which is the Forever Plaid Christmas show. I've never seen it. I've heard of it. And which should be really fun. Some of those ones I don't know. I've seen Over the River Through the Woods many times. That's a very, very, very sweet play. And enjoyable. It feels like a perfect fit for Fort Myers. I've never been there, but I think they have a lot of senior citizens. And Over the River and Through the Woods is all about grandparents.
Yeah, I've when I was on tour, we stopped in we one of our stops was in Fort Myers, and it was such a a lovely place. And yeah,
Mhm.
definitely some older clientele who I think will love a lot of these shows.
Yeah.
I
Well,
love Wait Until Dark. I love
and
that
like an
one.
older client's gonna love the Everly Brothers,
Right.
Yes.
musical. These Noel Coward, Neil Simon, things like that is gonna. I'm not sure what Dames at Sea is, but sounds fun.
Game to See is a really old-fashioned musical. It's just actually Sutton Foster, Bernadette
Oh.
Peters. Bernadette Peters was first. It's just a really
Oh.
old-fashioned good musical.
1966 musical with lyrics by George Hammerstone and Robin Miller, music by Jim Wise. It's selected as the best musical of the year by Time, Newsweek, and Outer Critics Circle. Dames at Sea is a non-stop ride of romance, laughs, and musical delights, is what it says on the
Yeah, the last
Concord.
revival was Sutton, and a
Oh,
lot of fun.
cool. Cool. I don't know. Let's see. What is sexy laundry? I gotta look up that.
Oh, it's about a middle-aged couple in that is a popular romantic comedy about a middle-aged couple, Alice and Henry, who try to reignite their marriage's spark by booking a hotel room with a sex for dummies guide, leading to a hilarious and touching moments as they confront their midlife crises,
Uh-huh.
fantasies, and realities of long-term intimacy.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Some fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so between Sexy Laundry and Private Lives, there's a theme going.
Yeah.
It's
Uh,
fascinating. And then Wait Until
Yeah,
Dark, where you just like kill people. So
Wait Till Dark is great. Yeah. I mean, but this is a very strong season. I would definitely get tickets if I was in
Mhm.
Fort Myers for sure.
It's definitely for their audience.
Yes,
That is their audience.
they've done a great job with that.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah, they know what they're doing.
hmm Okay, so then we have Music Theater West. This is in Long Beach, California. We have The Prince of Egypt, the musical, West Side Story, School of Rock, Kimberly Akimbo, and White Christmas. So I feel very mixed on this season. I really disliked the Prince of Egypt adaptation. I thought it was terrible. But I know that it will bring people. People will see it. It'll sell out. So I can't blame them for doing it, but I really did not like that adaptation. So, and then West Side Story, of course, classic, great. School of Rock, I actually think is very underrated. I really, really like that musical. Kimberly Kimbo, I was not as high on as everybody else seemed to be. I thought it was kind of forgettable as far as the music, and I really disliked that aunt character. She was not for me. But I get it. I get the appeal. White Christmas, I actually also think is a little underrated. It's a little overlong, but I think it's really solid adaptation of that movie. What are your thoughts, Jax?
Yes, I think these are all like great shows. There's nothing in here though that I'm like for me that I'm like, oh, I can't wait to see. But I think that it's going to bring a lot of people in, which yes is exciting. I just
Mhm.
love a season that has at least one play thrown in there, but that's my personal thing. But
But it's
for this one,
musical theater West,
yeah, yeah. I know, but still,
so there would be a
I'm like,
play,
throw a
musical
play in there,
theater.
Go
throw a
against the
play.
grain there.
Trying to play with music. You know what I mean? Like one that's not like for me, I'm never going to be in love with the whole musical theater season. It's just not going to be, it's not going to be a 10 out of 10 for me. But for Long Beach, I feel like this is probably great for them and all shows that I think, although I don't know Prince of Egypt, so I trust you that it is not fantastic.
Moses and Ramses hugging in the middle of the Red Sea, and they just like what? Yeah, it was not my favorite. Yeah, what do you think about this one?
I think it's very. I don't know. Jax. I don't know it either. Prince of Egypt got away from
Yeah,
me.
you
Never
don't,
saw it.
yeah.
So Rachel, we're going with you on this one. I'm going with you on this one. I think Kimberly Kimbo is very ambitious, and I think this is the first year that they've got rights to do it because the tour just ended. So I think you're going to start seeing Kimberly being done
Yeah.
more. I love School of Rock. I think it's a great way to get kids, obviously I believe that one of their things is a youth outreach program. So I think that's really great. Um, West Side Story for me has to be done impeccably, and so I'm not on the West Side Story train of necessarily, but
But I
that's my
think
own.
that Long Beach, they should be able to cast it really well, I would think.
I'm
Southern
more about the
California.
dance. I'm more about
Mm,
that's just
that's
me
true.
because
That's
I
true.
have a very extensive managing dancer background. So that's
Yeah, that's true.
and having worked in Los Angeles, I'm not saying anything bad about Los Angeles. I have many friends who work in Los Angeles. Los Angeles theater's hard, or I know that's Long Beach is not LA, but Southern California theater is hard
Mm,
because there's not a lot of places to go to be moved into the professional realm. Yeah, and that sounds
yeah,
awful to say, but it isn't. And having done work in LA for years and lived there, it's a harder place to do musicals, I
yeah,
believe. But good on them for
yeah,
trying this. And White
yeah,
Christmas again is your Nutcracker. I
yeah. Right.
Yes.
Okay, Lyric Theater of Oklahoma. We have Into the Woods, The Music Man, Hairspray, Love is Dead, a new musical rom-com to die for, and A Christmas Carol. And I think that's an original Christmas Carol. I don't think it's the musical. Yeah, I mean, every single one of these, I don't know the Love is Dead, but because that's new, but that's exciting. They threw that in there. But I mean, you can't have more classics than Hairspray, The Music Man, and Into the Woods. I mean, that is gonna bring people for sure. You know.
Yeah, and The Love is Dead to me, even just a new musical rom-com to die for, and the branding of that, of like,
That's
okay, this
fun.
is like our edgier one, but it's going to be fun. The colors are bright. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, I think that this is something that because they're giving um their Oklahoma City audience things that they know they're going to know and love, I think that they will get plenty of people in for this too, because they're like, okay, we trust it.
yeah, yeah,
it,
yeah.
it feels very like a standards season, which is great.
Mhm.
Reading about Love is Dead is a brand new irreverent girl meets ghost musical.
Yeah,
Girl
sounds
meets
fun.
ghost.
So you just got me there. I'm going. I
Yeah,
want to go
yeah,
see it.
let's do it. Yeah.
Girl meets
Okay.
Girl meets
So,
ghost, baby.
yeah, so then we have Anchorage Community Theater, obviously in Anchorage, Alaska. We got 1776, the best Christmas pageant ever, the last 5 years, Father of the Bride, the A Night with Janis Joplin. It sounds like that's a review of some kind. Yeah, I mean, pretty solid. I actually saw Father of the Bride. They did it at they
Mm.
this I saw that play this year. I thought it was so boring, which I was not expecting because I
Oh,
love the
yeah.
movies, all the different versions. So that was a little disappointing to me, but I, I get it. I get it. But yeah, I mean, the last 5 years, great. Best Christmas pageant ever. That's such a smart choice for the holidays because it's a one act. But it also has a lot of kids, so people are going to come, want to support their kids, want to, I think it'll bring a big crowd. 1776, 250th anniversary makes a ton of sense. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a solid season.
Yeah, anytime I see the best Christmas pageant ever in a season, I have a little nostalgic smile because that was my first show. I was 6 years old. I played Gladys. So anytime I see that in a season, I'm always really happy. Last 5 years is one of my favorite musicals. Janis Joplin's one of my favorite artists of all time. Um, it's interesting what you said, Rachel, about Father of the Bride. I've not seen. It's a play or a musical?
Yeah, it's a play.
It's a play. Interesting.
Yeah,
I would have expected it to be a musical. Interesting.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So,
Well, it was a movie first, right? It
right,
was
right.
a Spencer Tracy.
Yeah, Spencer Tracy, and then they did the Steve Martin one, and then
Right.
there was the one with Andy Garcia a couple years ago. It's
Oh,
been
I didn't
remade
know
a
about
bunch of
that one.
times.
I
Yeah,
didn't
it's
know about the
actually
latest
I
one.
I liked it. A lot of people didn't like it, but I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a formula that works. So I was really surprised that I didn't. Maybe my expectations were too high, but
Mhm.
I thought I would love it, and I did not love it. But you know,
So I think we need a drinking game that anytime we say 1776 because it's going to be
yeah, yeah.
I feel
250
like,
years.
I'm feeling like 250 years is bringing out 17. I just saw a wonderful production at Paper Mill, so
Oh,
I
Yeah.
think it's going to be one of those things that you're going to see this season.
Yeah. It's
yeah.
this year's Wizard of Oz, which I vastly superior 1776 over
Right?
that Wizard of Oz adaptation. So way to go.
Nobody's
Okay, so Phoenix Theater Company, we've got Murder for Two. Oh, this one's hard to read. We have Murder for Two, Sufts, Mary Poppins, Churchill and Roosevelt, Unlocked, Monty Python Spamalot, Sweeney Todd, Stage Mother, Kimberly Akimbo, Legally Blonde, and the Fantastics. So I don't know what you could ask for more in a. I mean, that's a lot of shows, but they must have multiple stages.
You
I,
have to read the stage mother. You have to read the stage mother. Um,
oh, is it good?
oh, it's great. Can I read it to you?
Yeah, please.
Please.
A world premiere new musical about a small town church choir director who unexpectedly inherits a drag club from her son. She finds herself caught between the world she knew and a vibrant new community she never expected to love. I'm like, that's it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like, come on. Like,
that sounds good.
let's go.
Let's
Yeah.
go. Yes, girl. Yes.
Let's go. I want
and
to see this.
and the Churchill and Roosevelt says in the days following Pearl Harbor, Winston Churchill traveled secretly to the White House for a Christmas that would shape the course of World War II. And this is after captivating audiences with Churchill in our 2024-25 season, David Payne returns in this compelling new play, exploring the unlikely friendship between Churchill and Franklin D. Roosevelt and the conversations that helped shape the Allied alliance. And this Unlocked is also a regional premiere. This regional premiere is a charming new musical in which rival fairies and gnomes meddle in the love lives of four young royals at Hampton Court, setting off a whirlwind of romance, rivalry, and magical mischief. This witty pop musical blends a whimsical world with contemporary pop theater and has been described as a Midsummer Night's Dream meets Mean Girls. Oh my gosh. What
Wow.
a description. I mean, I don't know what else you could ask for. I mean, Softs, let's see, Murder for Two. When a famous novelist is murdered at his own birthday party, an eager police officer must interrogate all 13 suspects played by just one other actor. The wildly funny musical comedy is a nonstop sprint through suspects' accents and a live piano score. That one sounds kind of almost like the 39 Steps, sort of.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah.
again, what could you ask for more? You've got family like Mary Poppins, you've got, Spamalot, Sweeney Todd, you've got new plays,
11
new
shows.
musicals. I mean, A plus,
Yeah. Also, so many
classics,
shows. It's incredible.
fantastics.
Yeah, that's an
They-
ambitious season. That's great for them.
yeah, they must have more than one stage. They must have. But anyway, great job, Phoenix Theater Company. Way to go. Okay, so then we have Desert Foothills Theater, Scottsdale. There was a lot of companies in Arizona. I was like, wow, there's a lot going on. So they have Madagascar, Little Women, Grumpy Old Men, the musical, Trolls, the musical, and Footloose. So yeah, I mean, I really I like Little Women, Grumpy Old Men. That's interesting. I never heard of that. And some obviously for kids. Any thoughts, Jax? What do you think?
This season for me, but I do love that there's so many accessible things for children. Like I think
Yeah,
that that's great. Like I think Trolls, that's like really fun. Madagascar, really fun for kids. Footloose is kind of like a fun thing for the teens and all the dancing, and Grumpy Old Men for our senior citizens, and Little Women, which I do love Little Women. But yeah, this isn't a season that like lights my fire, but I think it's a season that, Rachel, as we've done these like over the years and over the months, a lot of times you feel like you're getting the same sort of seasons over and over. I don't think anyone has ever put these five shows together.
yeah,
And there's something to be said for that.
yeah,
True.
yeah.
I feel these Jacks on that.
Right.
All right. So we have the Rev Theater Company. This is in Auburn, New York. We've got 1776, The Falsettos and Company. That's great shows. I've never
I'm
seen
taking a drink. I'm
Falsettos.
taking a drink in my smoothie. 1776.
Exactly.
I've never seen the Falsettos, but I would love to. So
Mhm.
that would be very interesting to me.
It's a good show.
Yeah.
It's a good show.
Okay. La Mirada. This is in Southern California. They have Little Shop of Horrors, Dear Evan Hansen, To Kill a Mockingbird, Hairspray, and Les Miserables. And I think that this company, I could be wrong, I think this is the company that did the Sweeney Todd in the Asylum last year.
Oh,
I'm
yes.
pretty sure. Um, and so I think they're willing that like these are all shows that have been done many times, but I think they're willing to do creative things with them, which is interesting.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, that's
Wow.
really cool.
In an asylum?
Yeah. Let me make sure I have that right because then people are
That's
gonna.
amazing.
Um,
I think they just got a new artistic director recently, too, if I'm not mistaken. I feel like I read that somewhere. I mean, it's a huge venue. It's almost 1,300 seats.
oh wow.
It's Kathy Rigby and her husband Tom McCoy uh, own La Mirada.
Oh
Oh, that's
wow.
cool. Oh, yeah, this does look like, yeah. It looks like was Jason Alexander the director for the Sweeney Todd? That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Interesting.
Very cool.
Interesting. Very cool. I like
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
love it.
So
Yeah.
it was the Murata Theater's magnificent staging, Fogg's Asylum, directed by Jason Alexander. Yeah. The
Wow.
setting of the story takes place entirely within Fogg's Asylum.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
So cool. It's a cool idea. And I didn't realize it was such a big place, but all of these will really play well to a big,
These are big
stadium.
musicals. I mean, there's nothing
Yeah.
small about any of them.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Um,
yeah.
and
So,
Les Mis is for a company to take on Les Mis. That's a lot.
yeah. Yeah.
Mhm. And I love how each of these shows to me is going to give me a totally different feel and
Yeah.
experience. You
It's
know what
true.
I mean? Like I think that it's really touching on so many different things, and you'll leave the theater with a completely different feeling and things to think about for each one. I think it's
It's true.
actually like a very well put together season.
Yeah, I think so too. All right, so we've got the Ruth. This is here in Utah, Pleasant Grove. They have Dear Evan Hansen, The 39 Steps. They do have two theaters. Dear Evan Hansen, The 39 Steps, Shrek the Musical, 25th Annual Putnam Spelling Bee, Oklahoma, Wait Until Dark, 42nd Street, The Little Mermaid, and A Christmas Carol. And I actually think the most interesting of this for me is Oklahoma and 42nd Street, just because those aren't done that often here. But yeah, it's really, really solid, I would say. What do you think, Jax?
Yeah, this is a really um solid season. There's a lot of variety. I feel like we're seeing lately, not just on this, but that I've been seeing, audition notices for and things like that. A lot of Wait Until Darks, which is interesting. It's a great show.
Yeah, a lot of
I
it.
think
That's
this one
true.
is going to have, a lot of this will bring in a lot of people. Spelling Bee is so much fun. So I think that this season will do really well for them.
Yeah. Okay, so this is Diamond Head Theater in Honolulu. We have Fiddler on the Roof, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Into the Woods, Suffs, Pirates, The Pendants Musical, and Hairspray. And the only thing is that last year when we previewed or reviewed the Diamond Head, they had like an original Christmas musical about a Christmas
Yeah.
tree, and I just felt like last year was like a little bit more outside the box, a little more creative, and maybe it backfired on them. Whereas this is a little bit more
Oh, I
standard,
have a
but I mean,
question.
it's great
I have a
stuff. So
question. I have a question for you, ladies. This Pirates, the Penzance musical, that is not Gilbert and Sullivan's Pirates of Penzance, is
It
it? Or is
is.
it?
It's the one that they just did. It's the one
yeah, it's the
just on Broadway.
Oh,
yeah set in like New
okay.
Orleans or whatever. I
Okay.
think.
Okay. Okay, good. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
what's happening to it? Because it's such a fun show without, I
yeah.
thought maybe they changed it. I was like, what's happening? Okay, that's good.
I mean, these are all great shows. A lot of hairspray happening. It seems
Hairspray,
like.
and
Mm-hmm.
maybe Suffs is the other 200, the other celebration of the United States.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're right. That's probably true. But I mean, it's great. You can't complain about Fiddler on the Roof. I mean,
I love Hitler.
so. Okay. Quincy Community Theater. This is in Quincy, Illinois. We have Middletown, Still Magnolias, The Dispute, The Lightning Thief, Come From Away, John Proctor's The Villain, Footloose, The Play That Goes Wrong, A Doll's House, Part Two. I don't know what that means, Part Two.
Oh, it's
Judy.
Lucas.
It's
Yeah.
it's the one they did on Broadway 2 years ago.
Oh, I didn't realize there were parts of it.
No,
Judy
it's an
Moody and
adaptation. It's
Stink, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, and Annie. So this has incredible variety
How
that
are
they're
they doing?
doing.
How is a community theater affording to do 12 shows? I mean, I know they're not paying their actors, but my, oh my, I am really impressed. 12 shows.
a lot of shows.
It is a lot of shows. And a lot of, I mean, Steel Magnolias is so great. I don't know what the dispute is, but Lightning Thief is not my favorite, but it'll get a lot of people, a lot of teens especially, really like it. Annie, of course, you're going to get a good crowd for Annie, and Footloose. Come From Away is so heartfelt and wonderful, and so yeah,
Yeah, I love John Proctor, and
very
that's definitely
impressive.
having its regional life now, which
Ah,
is really
so
exciting.
good.
Yeah, that'll
It's
get the
so
teens
good.
teens there as well. You know,
That show needs to be done everywhere.
The Play That Goes Wrong is a crowd
100%.
pleaser. Everyone loves that. Okay. Village Square Theater, Lexington, South Carolina. We have Come From Away, Hadestown, the Teen Edition, Yes, Virginia, There Is a Santa Claus, Bonnie and Clyde, Tuck Everlasting, Seussical, Music Man Senior. We talked about the senior, those
Love
silver-haired
it.
editions, and Beetlejuice Junior. Yeah, junior. I think it's junior, not senior. So yeah, I mean, good stuff. I really dislike Bonnie and Clyde, but whatever. But for the most part, I think it's pretty good. What do you think, Jax?
Well, because I also love that they're doing a Music Man Senior and a
Yeah, that's
Beetlejuice
fun.
Junior. I think it's fun. I really do love Seussical, Come From Away. I think Tuck Everlasting is beautiful songs. Like I think that this feels like a really comprehensive season. It's community theater.
Ooh, I did not write that down. I should
Oh
have.
no, no, that's okay. I was just curious if it's fascinating me how these theaters can afford to do so many shows.
Right.
What do you think of this season, Rena?
It's an interesting season. I mean, Come From Away you can put on anywhere, and I will just love it. I would love to see what they do with Hadestown in the teen edition. I think that's
Mhm.
just, Seussical has such an interesting history, and I think if they had actually made Seussical less of a big, spectacular musical on Broadway, it might have worked on Broadway,
Yeah.
and sadly they didn't. And I'm glad it has a life because Lynn and Stephen Flaherty and Lynn Ahrens are
Yeah.
friends, and I'm thrilled that that show had a life after
It
a
says
Broadway,
here
a
into
challenging Broadway.
yeah, it says
Yeah.
here intimate community theater offering a variety of plays plus drama workshops for students, providing over 65 years of family-friendly entertainment. Village Square Theater brings Broadway to your backyard. So, way to go. You're awesome. Okay, Hale Center Theater, Sandy. So they have The Heart of Rock and Roll, Arsenic and Old Lace, The Lord of the Rings, Come From Away, West Side Story, The Three Musketeers, Beau Geste, The Woman in Black, Tarzan, and A Christmas Carol. They have 3 stages now, which is very
Wow.
exciting for them. Yes, and I mean that's a great. I was very excited when I saw this. And it's really cool now because they have a theater in the round, their large their large stage, and then they have a jewel box theater, which is one you saw in Jack's, and then they have a brand new just this year, a proscenium normal small stage, so that they just added, and so it's just added another like you can get it's really cool because now they can do the spectacle entertainment, but then now they can also do the small, more intimate shows as well, and so they're really becoming something for everything. I mean, Lord of the Rings, super excited about that, that they got that. The Heart of Rock and Roll, I'm actually really looking forward to, even though it didn't do that well on Broadway. It's a rom-com, so of course I'm gonna like that.
Yes.
I've heard it. What do you think, Jax?
I mean, I was blown away when I got to see Adam's Family at Hale. I just think they have an incredible, I've only seen one of their spaces, but incredible space.
Mm.
So, I think everything they do, I have complete faith in. It's I mean, again, it's just so much. It's incredible what they're able to accomplish. And I love the Woman in Black, of course.
And I think they do a really good job of bringing introducing new material, because they could just do the standards, just do the favorites, but they also try to kind of challenge their audience just a little bit, but so we're going to do a West Side Story, but then we're also going to do a Lord of the Rings, we're also going to do Come From Away, which is it's a little for their audience. They have a very conservative audience, so actually Come From Away is like, I think, pushing them just a little bit, which is good. So there we go. Do you have any thoughts about this, Rita? About
It's very ambitious.
it is, yeah, it is,
Very ambitious. I think
yeah,
it's great. It's
yeah,
got a lot. I think it has something for everyone.
yeah. Okay, yeah, I just thought it would be fun just to throw this in. It's the national tour, just to see what Salt Lake is getting, and you might check in your area what tour is coming through. But this season, we're getting Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, The Outsiders, Beauty and the Beast, Beetlejuice, Buena Vista Social Club, Operation Mincemeat, maybe Happy Ending, and then the add-ons are Six, The Sound of Music, and The Great Gatsby.
Wow, that's
Um,
huge.
I would say that this is a better tour than we got last year,
Mm.
so that's good. I still always feel like Denver and Las Vegas get the better tours than we get, but I
Mm.
mean, what can you? I'm really excited to see The Outsiders. I'm really excited. I mean, I love Beauty and the Beast. Anytime I can see that. Um, and I mean, I guess The Sound of Music or Gatsby aren't add-ons, but it's Six and Beetlejuice that are the add-ons.
The Six and
Sorry.
Mm.
Beetlejuice are also non-equity. Both of those productions are
That's
non-equity.
probably why they're the add-ons then. Um,
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I'm super excited to see maybe Happy Ending. I mean, great. What do you think, Jax?
Yeah, I mean, I think that this is definitely an incredibly strong season and really great that we can bring all these shows like all across the country. I just saw
Yeah.
Operation Mincemeat for the first time and I was blown away by how I'm like, oh, when a show is that great, and of course, like, there's incredible people who are in it, but you don't need like an A-list TV celebrity for a show to do well. If the show itself is really, really great.
Right. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a kick-ass season. I mean, Buena Vista
Mm.
is one of my favorite shows of last season.
Mhm.
Mincemeat, I adore. Happy Ending, fabulous. I hear this Company of the Outsiders is really good.
Mm.
They're a slightly younger group than was on
Well,
Broadway. Um, and Harry Potter, and you can't go wrong with Sound of Music. And,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
all, I mean, lots of my people will be at the Eccles this year, which is nice.
Yay.
yes.
All right, Centerpoint Legacy. This is a great community theater that I just love, and they do have two spaces. So they have the Count of Monte Cristo, Shrek the Musical, Guys and Dolls, Singing in the Rain. To be announced, a sweeping romantic and adventure-filled stage adaptation. I think my guess, if I just had to guess, I think it's Anastasia. I think is my guess. The Mauricio, the other Phantom, Peter Pan, and A Christmas Carol. What do you think, Jax, about this?
I mean, this is a fun, again, like a really comprehensive season, not taking any major swings, but I think that's okay. Like Guys and Dolls is such a fun show that now I've noticed like LaGuardia, that's their school musical next year. And a couple of my kids are doing it actually right now. And I'm glad that that one's coming back. It's a fun show for kids and for really anyone to do. Um, do you know why they wouldn't have announced Anastasia yet? Do they not have the rights yet, or do they like to keep a little
I
suspense?
think it's because that with the MTI or whoever it is, I think it's MTI who does it. That you have to wait until another company is finished running it, and then you
Okay.
can announce it. And Hale has it scheduled, so it will. It says to be announced on January 19th. So my guess is
Gotcha.
is that once that Hale is finished their run,
Uh-huh.
then they'll announce. That's why. I could be wrong. It could be something totally different. But yeah, I actually don't think this is that safe of a season as far as at least Phantom. I think is a pretty bold pick to something that the uh, it's Maurice Yeston or Maury Yeston. His Phantom is not as well known. I think it's a little bit of a risk to do that one.
No, I don't know this Phantom.
Yeah, it was like I think it was released right around the same time as the Andrew Lloyd Webber and got kind of buried, but I've heard it's really good. Um, anyway, do you have any thoughts about this, Rena? About this
Yeah,
season?
I mean, I agree with you. I think that it's interesting to see. It will be interesting to know how the audience reacts to this Phantom because it is apparently different, obviously,
Mm.
than the Andrew Lloyd
Yeah,
version, and people kind of walk in with expectations. So, but it does feel a little bit like a safer season than some others, but that's not a bad thing. I mean,
no,
if you do things that people want to see, great.
yeah. I mean, they did Christmas Carol not that long ago, but you can never go wrong with Christmas Carol.
Hmm.
And I love this Singing in the Rain, and it will be wonderful there. It'll be great. So. Okay, Repertory Theater Company, Richardson, Texas. So we have Sherlock Holmes, The Addams Family, Holmes for the Holidays, White Christmas, The Pirates of Penzance. It looks like that is a New Year's show. I don't know if that's just like a one-time thing. Anyway, One Story at a Time, Million Dollar Quartet, Anastasia, Catch Me If You Can, Dear Evan Hansen, and then a to be announced in July. So yeah, I mean that's a good mixture of musicals and plays, I think. And Million Dollar Quartet is very underrated, in my opinion.
Yeah, they're singing my song here with Sherlock Holmes and Holmes for the Holidays. I don't know if the other people are gonna have the appetite for it, but as a mystery gal, I'm like, bring it on.
Yeah. Well, and they must have somebody, or they'll get somebody good because it's a repertory company. So if they get somebody good for Sherlock, he can play it in both of them, I would think.
Yeah.
You know. So I'm not a fan of this Anastasia, but it is what it is. Catch Me If You Can, I actually think is quite underrated. And Dear Evan Hansen, you can't go wrong. So
Yeah, I mean, I do think the Holmes for the holidays and the Sherlock Holmes are interesting. I just don't. Okay, you do
yeah.
you.
You have someone in that theater company that I feel like is like me and is just like doesn't matter if other people like it, I like it because it
Yeah,
doesn't really feel like it's really rounding out a season, but it's just I'm like, okay, cool for me.
But at least they're doing trying something different for Christmas.
Yeah,
They must have
yeah.
two stages because they're doing Homes for the Holidays and White Christmas.
And again, it seems like that's probably what they're doing too with the Sherlock Holmes and Adams family for like October
Oh, yeah.
thing.
mm,
Hmm. Interesting. All right. This is Hale in Arizona, Gilbert, Arizona. They have Catch Me If You Can, Annie, Christmas Carol, Clue, Nonsense, Oklahoma. To be announced. It looks awfully frozen-y. Um,
It does.
colors. Damn Yankees and Bright Star. Everyone knows how much I love and adore Bright Star. Catch Me If You Can, I really like. Oklahoma, I think, is an interesting choice. I think it's a good season. They got comedy. They've got classic Damn Yankees. I was really surprised they had that on their list with the revival coming on Broadway. I figured that would be
Yeah.
off limits for community theater, but should be interesting.
And
Yeah, and it's a fun show.
has Damn Yankees been announced for Broadway?
Thought so, but maybe not.
I'm not sure it's been announced.
Yeah, maybe not, maybe not. But
So
I thought
that's
it.
probably why.
But yeah, so I think it's a good one.
I know it wants to come in, but I'm not sure they've
Hmm.
yet.
Maybe they caught it just at the right, time. So, okay. Kansas City Repertory Theater. They have Come From Away, John Proctor's the villain, Fanny, the music and life of Fannie Lou Hamer, and the play that goes wrong. So, I mean, great. I think this is a lot of variety. You've got play, you've got musical, you've got comedy. I think it's really good. If I was in Kansas City, I would get a season pass.
Yeah, Kansas City rep. I'm
Way
into
to
this.
go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, Kensington Theater, South. This is South Jordan, Utah. They are doing Pippin. This is our friend Tony. Remember, Jax? This is her
Uh,
company. They're doing Pippin, which I'm so excited because I haven't seen it. It's a blind spot of mine. Tech
Oh, really?
Everlasting and Clue. Yeah, I've never seen it, so I'm super excited. And they did. I'd also not seen Man of La Mancha, and they did that last year. So they're doing a good job, Kensington, of checking off my blind spot. So I appreciate that. And they have a full orchestra for every show, which is unbelievable for community theater. And so yeah, I mean, super excited for this. I don't know if the Clue will be the musical or if it'll be the play, but anyway, yeah, I mean, good. Talk about Lassie, I think is a little
yeah.
boring if I'm honest, but it's good. It's got good things about it. What do you think, Jax?
I mean, I really like this season. I'm always going to be charmed by Clue. Um, Rena, you're the only person on this podcast of theater lovers and theater practitioners who has actually seen Pippin. I've also not seen Pippin.
Not only seen it, but I was an investor in the last production.
Ah,
Oh my gosh. Okay,
hey,
so Rachel and I have got to
I'm
get on the
dying.
ball.
I actually got I think one payment that was over what I had invested, but that's fine. I didn't lose money. I love
Hey.
Pippin. Pippin is one of my absolute 100% favorite shows. I
Oh,
think it's just fabulous, and I hope you do get to see it.
oh, I
It's
definitely will for sure.
so good.
Um, yeah, so great job on Tony's part with this. So for Pioneer Theater Company, we have John Proctor's The Villain, Little Shop of Horrors, The Man Who Came to Dinner, Mean Girls, Eureka Day, and a To Be Announced. They have two spaces as well. Pretty much all the plays, I think, will be in the smaller space, and then the musicals will be in the bigger space. And so, yeah, I mean, it will be interesting to see what that last one is. I
Oh,
was
you get
surprised that I
oh
was,
oh when they have it announced. Sorry.
yeah, I was surprised that they were doing Little Shop. That was a little bit. I wasn't expecting that from them, but yeah. What do you think, Jax?
I mean, I'm excited about this season. I'm glad to see another John Proctor, and I'm excited to see Eureka Day in there. That's
Hmm.
really great. I hope that that has more of a regional life as well.
Yeah.
Such a good show.
Yeah. Okay, Arizona Theater Company. This is Tucson. They have Proof, Little Shop of Horrors, The Play That Goes Wrong, August Wilson's Gem of the Ocean, and Killing Kit, a Shakespeare murder mystery. That sounds fun. I have to admit, I'm a little tired of The Play That Goes Wrong. I've seen Play That Goes Wrong so many times. I just think it's just, people. I just feel like hasn't everybody who wants to see The Play That Go Wrong at this point seen it? But it is really funny, and not everybody's seen it a million times like I have. But it's a good variety. I mean, they've got play like Proof, this Kill and Kit. That sounds fun.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
Shakespeare
Um,
murder mystery.
and I love Proof. I was really surprised that the revival didn't get the attention and nominations that I thought it would get,
Hmm.
but alas, it's a
Yeah.
fantastic play.
And I've never heard of this Gem of the Ocean, August Wilson. That sounds interesting.
Of the August Wilson, It's part of his American Century cycle, and it was actually the first play in that
Mm.
cycle. I having just seen Joe Turner is coming on Broadway,
Yes.
which is spectacular, absolutely spectacular. August Wilson, you cannot go wrong with August Wilson. Just
Mhm.
Yeah.
beautiful playwright.
Yeah. Okay. Studio Tennessee. This is in Brentwood, Tennessee. We have The Addams Family, It's a Wonderful Life, live radio play, Steel Magnolias, Ring of Fire, music of Johnny Cash, and Something Rotten. This, I would say, is a pretty safe season, but not without appeal. I
This
mean,
is
Something
Patrick.
Rotten's hilarious. Steel Magnolias is great. It's a Wonderful Life. I've seen that, the radio play. It's fun, especially if you get a good Foley person that can make it fun.
Yes.
Addams Family, minus full disclosure, it's a solid show. What do you think, Rena, about this?
So this is Patrick Cassidy's theater.
Okay.
I follow it on Insta
Oh,
because I just love Patrick Cassidy.
Yeah.
Um, but also, I believe Adam Pascal just did Jesus Christ Superstar there. Uh,
Oh,
so
yes.
I am sure he's going to get some incredible people. I think I think there's some safety in this, but I also think, I love Something's Rotten. I think it's a
yeah,
fun
it's so
play.
good.
Um, and yeah, you get me at Steel Magnolias because I know every line. So it's a good
Yeah,
season to
yeah,
me.
it is.
Yeah.
It's good. All right. Center Stage Theater, Shelton, Connecticut. They have The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, Aladdin, A Holiday Panto, Agatha Christie's A Murder is Announced, Beating a Dead Horse, and The Mystery of Edwin
That's
Drood.
scary.
Very ambitious season, yeah. So, yeah, sounds like fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Agatha Christie, Sleepy Hollow, Mystery of Edwin Drood.
Yeah.
Again, Sheldon, Connecticut. I feel like
Yeah.
you are singing my song
Yeah.
with these
Yeah.
mysteries. I don't
Yeah.
know beating a dead horse.
Yeah, I forget. I think it's a play. I think it's a play. Um,
Yeah, I'm
It's a
can't find
dark
a lot of
comedy.
Steve and Marty Martin are two brothers on the brink of closing their failing pet funeral home. It says here. Um, Things take a wild turn when a wealthy, eccentric woman offers them a massive fortune to host a funeral for her nearly dead racehorse. The only problem, the horse refuses to die, triggering a hilarious series of events, crazy schemes, and desperate measures. That sounds funny.
Yeah, that actually sounds great.
Play by Jenny Stafford is the playwright's name. So cool. Yeah, great. Okay, Black Hills Community Theater in Rapid City, South Dakota. They have Frozen, The Four Horsemen, The Cottage, Into the Woods, and Stop Kiss. So, yeah, I mean, they've got musicals and plays. They've got some family like Frozen, and you can bring in, I understand the Into the Woods has mature themes, but you can bring younger people to it as well. Cottage, though, but that's more of an adult play, but it's a comedy. I think The Four Horsemen, I think that's also a comedy. It looks like Workplace. I'm not sure about Stop Kiss, but I feel like
Oh,
it's a good.
I love Stop
Oh, is
Kiss.
that good? What is it? Is it
Yeah.
comedy or drama?
Yeah. It's a drama, but we've got some lady on lady love, which I appreciate
Oh,
always,
okay.
especially at a community theater. This might be some of
Yeah.
these women's first kiss, kissing another woman. So yes, Stop Kiss,
Hmm.
bring it on.
Okay, good, good. It's their 59th main stage season, so it sounds like they have a black box or something as well. It says main stage. So way to
Wow.
go, Black Hills Community Theater. Yeah, good.
The Cottage is hilarious. Absolutely
Yeah,
hilarious.
yeah. Okay. Hartford Stage Company, this is Equity, I believe. Yes. They have Dracula, Bad Dates, Endgame, Dead Girls Quinceañera, August Wilson's Radio Golf, The Cherry Orchard, and A Christmas Carol. I think they do A Christmas Carol every year, if I'm not mistaken. But
I love this season.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's good variety.
It's a really
Yeah.
good,
Yeah,
it's a good season.
yeah,
Hartford Stage, such a good company.
yeah. All right, St. Petersburg City Theater. They have The Suffragettes Murder, a whodunit comedy. Anastasia, The Taming of the Shrew, and they have it Taming and Shrew in quotes. And then Godspell. So good, another good variety. Even though I don't like Anastasia, I mean, a lot of people do,
I'm
and I
very
get it.
curious about this. The taming of the shrew. Taming is, yeah, like you said, it's in quotes. There's a rainbow in the background, and there's two women holding hands. So is this
Yeah,
like a fun little? This is like a
Shrew
fun.
also in quotes.
Yeah.
Yes, like a. Is this like a sapphic? Like,
Sounds like it, yeah, or
okay,
looks like
love
it.
it. I'm curious if it's. Yeah, bring it on. Let's do this.
Yeah,
Yep.
and then to follow it with Godspell is interesting.
Yeah. And the
Yeah,
suffragettes murder, I don't know that, but is it, I wonder if it came before or after Seth's.
yeah.
Just
A
before.
whodunit mystery, a comedy.
Yeah.
So
Interesting.
yeah, very curious. Okay. Thalian Community Theater, Wilmington, North Carolina. They have Dracula, Miracle on 34th Street, which is hardly ever done, so I'm happy about that. You know, it's written by the of course now I it's written by the same guy who did Music Man.
Yes.
Can't think of the name all of a sudden.
Oh, okay.
But Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, Frozen, Sweeney Todd, that's their main stage. Then they have a youth season with Xanadu Jr., Junie B. Jones, The Neverland Project, Lion King Jr., and Seussical, the musical. So that will bring a lot of people into their youth season. But yeah, I mean, again, good variety, I feel like. I mean, you've got Frozen, Sweeney Todd, Joseph. I mean, could you be more different? I
Mm-hmm.
think it'd be great.
Yeah, I think this is great variety.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Shelby County Community Theater, Shelbyville, Kentucky. They have the Addams Family, Amadeus, The Scarecrow, It's a Wonderful Life. I think that's the radio play again. Lightning Thief, James and the Giant Peach, Twelfth Night, and Blithe Spirit. Great variety. Another one. Yeah, I mean, Amadeus, that is very ambitious to put on for community theater to put on Amadeus. That's very, very ambitious. The Scarecrow, I don't know. But Lightning Thief, yeah, that'll bring in the teens. They'll like that. You know, Twelfth Night. That's great Shakespeare. Blithe Spirit, a lot of fun. James and the Giant Peach, that'll bring in the family. It's Junior. James and the Giant Peach Jr. Rena, what do you think about this?
I think it's a really ambitious uh, season. I
Yeah,
love it. I'm
yeah.
kind of fascinated. I would be fascinated to see Amadeus uh, because I
Yeah, I've only seen it once. There was a community theater that did it here, and it was great. It was really good.
good. And Blithe Spirit's always so much fun. I mean, it's
Hmm.
just a
Mm-hmm.
very fun play.
Their runs are short, so you have to catch them. It
Mhm.
looks like it's just 2 weekends, so that's probably what makes
Good
them be
on
able to
them.
do more. Um, what do you think, Jax?
Yeah, I agree. I'd love to see Amadeus. I've only ever read it. I love how like the first part of the season, the first three, Adam's Family, Amadeus, and the Scarecrow all have little bits of like, ooh, is this a little creepy? Is this a little scary? Like that's kind of fun.
So the Scarecrow, I guess it's old from 1911. A
Oh,
lonely girl lives with her eccentric mother in an old farmhouse on the edge of a cornfield. She meets a strange man under a tree by the creek and is led into a web of lust and betrayal. Whoa. Scarecrows are supposed to frighten crows, but the scarecrow in this cornfield is something more. Whoa.
okay.
Lust
That sounds
and well,
like like that sounds like a Lifetime movie.
Yeah, it does. Hey, there you go. All right. Very
sure
good.
does.
Okay. Little Theater of Alexandria, Virginia. This is Catch Me If You Can, Blithe Spirit, a classic musical to be announced, Christmas Carol. Once on This Island, The Pittman Painters and Calendar Girls. And the I think the Once on This Island, it's nice to see that. You don't see that very often because
Yeah.
it's very challenging. But The Pittman Painters is a play. Okay. In 1934, a group of Ashington miners and a dental mechanic hired a professor from Newcastle to teach the art appreciation evening class.
Hmm.
Unable to understand each other, they embarked on one of the most unusual experiments in British art as the Pitmen learned to become painters. Within a few years, the most avant-garde artists became their friends. Their work was taken for prestigious collections and they were celebrated throughout the British art world. But every day they worked as before down the mine. Oh, that's such charming.
Yeah, that does sound really charming.
Yeah, it
Very
does.
interesting. So Lee Hall wrote Billy Elliot, the musical. Well, he also wrote Billy
Oh,
Elliot, I think
Hmm.
Billy Elliot, the play, the movie too. Um,
wow.
that also dealt with minors, which I think
Oh,
was,
yeah. Good point.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Very cool.
Also,
Okay.
Calendar Girls looks great. It's apparently based on the true story of 11 older women who posed nude for a calendar to raise money.
Mhm.
have you
And there
not
was a
seen the
movie.
movie?
No,
Oh
I've
my
never
God.
seen
Yeah,
it.
Helen
Jax,
Mirren.
you have to go watch that
No,
movie.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
I've never seen it.
so, first of all, it's like the creme de la creme of British female actors.
Oh
But
my gosh.
oh my God, it's such a fun movie. You have to go, you have to like,
I,
when you finish, you have to go watch it, like
Yeah.
immediately. Just watch it.
I cannot believe that I didn't even know about it.
It's
Okay,
so
I'm
good.
watching Calendar Girls is next on my list.
So we have Altoona Community Theater, Altoona, Pennsylvania, and they have Come From Away, Murder on the Orient Express, Pride and Prejudice, and Something Rotten. I mean, it is a pretty safe season, but like great. Wonderful. I love all four. I would definitely get tickets to this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and great for
Yeah.
Altoona. That's not too far from my hometown.
Yeah, you should tell your
And
family.
I'd be like, go to Altoona.
Yeah.
That's where my high school football team played the
Yeah.
state championship game. So go Altoona.
And it says
Cool.
main stage season, so that makes me think maybe they have a black box or something like that. Main stage. So. Okay, American Players Theater. So this is the winner of the regional Tony.
Yes.
This was the Tony
Yeah.
that I voted on because I'm a member of the American Theater Critics Association, the regional. So that's fun. And so they have, As You Like It, The Two Gentlemen of Verona, the matchmaker, the chairs, Don Trell, Who Kissed the Sea.
Ah,
Don Trell, Who Kissed the Sea. There's a comma there. Don Trell, comma, Who Kissed the Sea. Uncle Vanya, yeah, Sueño, Casey and Diana, and The Witch. So all of these are plays. They're all plays. They just won the Tony Award. So that's cool. It looks like it is in amphitheater. It looks like it's outside, or maybe sometimes it's outside, or it has a covering of some kind. I'm not sure. I've never been here before, obviously. But there definitely is something outside, so maybe they have both. I'm not sure. But anyway, that's congrats to them for the Tony, and this sounds very exciting. I mean, a lot of good stuff. Matchmaker, our summer showstopper.
yeah.
Hold
It's
on to your hats and escape to summer's most irresistible offering, a joyful adventure created to sweep you off your feet. Every soul in this story is looking for someone to love. Enter Dolly Levi, architect of the heart, as she plants one love connection. Another takes flight when a pair of small town dreamers flee to New York City to manifest their own destinies. It's a vibrant dance of show-stopping scenes and technicolor characters. So it's not Hello Dolly, but
it's what Hello Dolly was based on.
oh.
It is,
It says
yeah.
here, prepare to be dazzled by Wilder's sparkling farce about love and class at the heart of the story, which was the inspiration for a beloved musical, Hello Dolly.
I've never seen the play. I've never seen it done as a play.
Yeah, I haven't either.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I do think that I will say my only criticism is their graphics are really hard to read. And I don't think
Yes,
it's just I think they're beautiful. I think it's stunning graphics, but they're
they
hard.
are. I agree. But I'm looking at their website here. Yeah, let's see here. What's Casey and Diana? I'm gonna look at that. The Casey house is a thrumming. The People's Princess is coming, and with her, a reason to hold on just a little longer as the patients and caretakers of this AIDS hospice begin the emotional calisthenics that will get them to D-Day. They come face to face with themselves, the memories they treasure, and truths they've tried to outrun. Sick people are, after all, still people, witty and prickly and perfectly human as they balance life's ledgers. It's a story steeped in truth and rooted by characters to root for. Lyrical reminder that even at life's last precipice, there's room for hope. Funny and unflinching and emotional tour de force. The one thing that's, to me, a little bit surprising is that it looks like a pretty big venue, and it's, I guess, a little bit surprising that they're able to fill, for these plays, they're able to fill that and sell it in Wisconsin, but they obviously are. I mean, they won the Tony Award, so and how smart after a Tony Award to have a really bold
Yes.
season like this, take advantage of it and really make an impression.
Yeah.
Yeah. So way to go. All right. Last one you'll see is Blank. That's because I was literally, even as we were talking, I was emailing back and forth. So the Empress Theater, it is a charming little regional theater. And here in Magna, Utah, which is like, if you go past the Salt Lake Airport, it's the small town just past the airport. But they have not, as of recording, they haven't announced their season, but we're of course going to wait to post this episode until after they made their announcement. So they have coming up, they've got Legally Blonde Jr., Finding Neverland, See How They Run, the 25th Annual Putnam Spelling Bee, Trolls Jr., Seussical, the musical. They have a to-be-announced project, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, and then a holiday to be announced as well. Mm-hmm. So the big exciting thing is that when they first put out a call for directors, they specifically said, we would like to encourage first-time directors to come and participate in the theater. And so I applied, because I just thought, you know what, having some experience will make my reviews more interesting. Like if I have that, Mm-hmm. Anyway, so I am going to be assistant directing for the first time. See How They Run coming up this.
I love that it's See How They Run. Yes. Rachel didn't tell me this before. I asked her as soon as we got in the recording, and she was like, I'm going to say it on the, oh my goodness, I'm so glad it's that one.
And I've seen it many, many, many times, and I'm going to see I'm going to see it next month at the Shakespeare Festival, Utah Shakespeare Festival. So I feel like it's a show that I have a pretty good handle on, and I'll just be assistant directing. So that will be fun and a good. I think it'll be in April actually that it's going to run, and I'm really excited. So it'll be fun. You can't go wrong with and it's funny because we did our advice to musical theater we did our advice to community theater episode, and I said 5 surefire plays. I said See How They Run, Arsenic and Old Lace, Harvey, Silent Sky, and Steel Magnolias. Those were for community theater. I think those are surefire. And so I was joking with the director because they did Arsenic and Old Lace last year. They've done Silent Sky already. They See How They Run. I was like, so when are you doing Harvey? When's that coming? Because you're doing all of the ones that I suggested. But anyway, so I'm super excited. I love See How They Run. I think it's a fun season that they have. Putnam Spelling Bee, I think, will be very fun for that space. They have a very unusual space because they have a ground level and you're looking down on them, and then they have a platform level that you look up on. So they have kind of 2 spaces to do. It's like a theater on the round, but then it also has a different space. So it's a very unusual space. And but yeah, what do you think, Jax?
Well, obviously, I'm so excited. I'm going to come out in April and see your directing skills in action. And I would have been excited to see your directing skills in action no matter what the show was. But the fact that it's See How They Run, I am just thrilled beyond belief. And it sounds like a really strong season overall. Did you get to say which show you prefer to direct, or did they just assign you?
No, they just assigned me, and I I told them, I said, if you give me something like Into the Woods, it's because I'm not the biggest Into the Woods fan, Rena. But I was like, I'll do it. I'll do whatever you want me to do. It's going to be interesting. But they gave me see how they run, and I'm glad that they gave me a play. I feel like that's going to be as opposed to a musical for my first time, you know. But
How fabulous.
yeah, I'm very excited. So there we go. We did it.
Yay.
We did it. That is everything. Let us know if you are a patron of these companies or involved in any of these companies. You have more to add about the shows or the experience of watching a show with these companies. All that fun stuff. We want to hear. We want to hear all about it. And thank you so much, Rina, for coming on and doing this. Really appreciate it.
Fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Rina, do you think you've been on twice now. Do you think we can get you on a third and fourth time? Can you be a repeat guest for us?
I'm happy to come on whenever you ask me.
Okay, good. Well, Jax, how can people follow you?
Jacklyn Collier on Instagram.
And you can find me at Rachel's Reviews, all over social media, iTunes, YouTube, and on Rotten Tomatoes, and at rachelsreviewstheater.com. Check that out. Also, our Hallmarkies podcast. Lots of fun stuff going on over there. So check that out. Make sure you check out On Stage Blog. They have daily articles, all different kinds of good stuff that they're talking about, and good discussion, particularly on Facebook. So you want to make sure that you're following along. And we have our previous regional theater analysis. So if you are looking for why didn't they talk about this company or this company, then it might be that we talked about them last time and they just haven't announced a new season. So anyway, make sure to check those out. And thanks so much, and we'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
Bye.